What's up, everybody? Crazy 8 here with another Star Wars Vintage Collection toy review. This time we are looking at the Tusken Raider or Sand People. So let's take a look at the box and then we'll get into the figure and his accessories. Alright, so here we have the old school packaging that they did back in the day when they first came out. It's one of the reasons why I really like this line too. Very nostalgic. So you have the card back with the clamshell with the figure in it. Right there you have an image of the Tusken Raider from Star Wars. Got his name up there. Star Wars logo. This is the 50th anniversary from the Lucasfilms. And here is the figure in the packaging with his accessories behind him. On the back, you ain't got much for this release. You got a Death Star droid, you got the Tusken Raider, and you got Luke Skywalker in his Endor gear. This is number 199 in the line. And it's wasted space now. You got all these words and stuff in different languages and all that other crap. So I missed the old school one. We had all the figures on here. I loved that. Anyway, that's it for the figure and the box. Let's get into it's for the packaging. Let's get into the figure itself. So here's the figure out of the packaging. It's got some nice cloth good robe, and the bottom part of the dress is cloth as well. Look at that face. It's a face only a mother could love. Now I was wondering, is this actually their face, or was it wrapped up in their face as something different? I never understood the lore. I never read the lore, I guess, of the Sand People. I always thought it was like a face mask that they just wore to cover up their face from the harsh sun of Tatooine. But yeah, really cool. Most of it's covered up with the robe. Yeah, that face though, that's a horrible looking face. So scary looking. And then let's take a look at his accessories. Two, you get a gaff stick, his gaffing stick, which is done silver, and then you got it on the black with the tip. And the second weapon is his rifle. Got a Wild West look to it, long scope and a barrel. So these things were like snipers. If you remember Phantom Menace with the pod race, they were trying to pick off the pod races with these guns. It's cool that you get something different besides a gaffing stick. And this thing has got some great detail on it. It really is. Gives me a reminiscent of like a 30-30. Winchester 30-30, but with a fucking sick ass long barrel. Really cool. Really cool that they come with these two different weapons. And you can have them holding them however you want. I just did a quick one like this. I'm gonna have to use my blow dryer on this thing. This is kind of warped. But yeah, very cool figure. Good for army building too if you want to army build these guys. I kind of wish this would have, I don't know, something with the this thing doesn't want to stay how it should. But yeah, really good looking figure. Now let's do some comparisons because I have a few different ones to show off. Stay there. So here he is next to Power of the Force, which isn't a bad likeness. It's just that the problem with Power of the Force is they gave him like a pose. And it's more like a statue than a figure to play with, because that, you get stuck in a pose and you can't really do anything. You can play with it, but it just makes it limited. Here he is with two Jawas from Power of the Force as well. So you can see how they look. I don't have any vintage Jawas, so I am on the lookout for them though. I really want some Jawas. But yeah, you can see how they look. Again, these weren't that bad. It's just that they have two different sizes, which is nice. So you have a variation, which is really cool. To backtrack a little bit, here is the Power of the Force gaffing stick with the vintage line. You can see the big differences in colors and the size. Last but not least, here he is with a vintage one and two vintage ones. One with robe and one derobed. So you can see how they look. And not a, they kept the likeness pretty well on this one. A lighter tan. You can see more on this one right here. And now, again, let's take a look at the difference in the weapons. Back in the day, it was just one color, and it has the shape of it as well, just all painted in brown. So you can see that, and the sizes are almost identical. Or let's see, are they? Yeah, they're almost the same size. So that's pretty good. This was done way back when. Alright, so that was my look at Tusken Raider from Star Wars The Vintage Collection, or as the natives will call them, the Sand People. It's a really cool figure, great soft goods. Something with the robe, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't sit right on him, but it looks really good. I like the touch that they give him a rifle. Now, there's no storage for it, but you can plop it behind the robe and it kind of stays pretty well. Nice gaffing stick as well. I feel like it's a little small. I'm trying to get it to where it could raise his arms up over it. You know how like they do that little taunt. I gotta play with it. The limbs are kind of tight, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. Nice tight joints, great detailing, great articulation, really good figure. One of the original trilogy figures down. A lot more to go, but I am keeping an eye out for these guys when they're on Amazon or wherever to find them. I got Boba Fett coming in next, which is great, from Empire Strikes Back. Not the book of Boba Fett, but the Empire Strikes Back version, where it's more the light blue instead of that black. Can't wait for that one to come in. But yeah, as far as this figure goes, it's really cool. Good to army build if you're into that kind of thing. If I do get another one, I will. I do want to get the Bantha that they have, but I think that's sold out, and it's going to be hard to find. But yeah, definitely worth picking up. I got him off of Amazon for a good price. So keep your eyes open. The vintage line is pretty good prices. Some are really expensive, but you can get most of them for pretty good, under $20, or at $20. I know for the stores themselves, I'm not seeing them. I'll see one figure, and that'll be the only figure they'll have. Like, I think the recent one was Bomb Vidin from Star Wars, the Cantina line. The Cantina, one of the Cantina creatures, and they had a bunch of him only. So I would like to see more vintage lines on the shelves, but if not, I'll go to Hasbro, I'll go to Amazon, Target, wherever I can find them. Anyway, that's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoy it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your toys. I'm out.